What do you get when you mix cotton candy, ray guns, creepy circus tents, and alien invaders who happen to look like clowns, and a twisted sense of humor? Well, you get one of the weirdest cult classics in sci-fi horror history, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Originally released in 1988, this film didn't exactly take the box office by storm, but over the years it's built a loyal fanbase who love it for its bizarre charm. It's campy, colorful, and unapologetically strange. So is Killer Klowns from Outer Space an underrated gem? Well, let's dive in and find out. Greetings all you movie junkies and entertainment lovers, and welcome to another review. Today we're going to be talking about Killer Klowns from Outer Space. The film opens with small-town teen Mike and his girlfriend Debbie, who witness a strange comet crash on the outskirts of town. Naturally curious, they venture in and discover it's actually a circus tent, which in reality is actually a spaceship full of murderous alien clowns. And when they enter inside, they discover cotton candy cocoons with people's bodies inside. And they are soon met with popcorn gun wielding killer clowns. Mike and Debbie then flee back to town, only to discover Debbie's ex, Officer Dave, and the curmudgeonly Sheriff Mooney skeptical. Meanwhile, the clowns make their own way into town and start unleashing a series of bizarre assaults, vacuuming up citizens, trapping people in balloon animals, even performing a creepy shadow puppet show. Eventually, the teens confront the clowns in a nightmarish abandoned funhouse, with the climax featuring a giant clown named Clownzilla. In short, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is exactly what it sounds like, an alien invasion movie where the invaders look like evil carnival clowns, and cartoonish carnage ensues. The cast leads fully into 80s teen horror tropes, with Grant Kramer as the earnest and oblivious jock Mike, and Suzanne Snyder plays our prototypical Scream Queen heroine. Neither is a standout thespian in the film, they have enough chemistry to sell the absurd premise. The real scene stealer though is John Vernon as Sheriff Mooney, with his great world-weary sarcasm and deadpan delivery that is absolutely hilarious.
Well, son, I think you made a big mistake. You're in Mooney's territory now.
The film itself was the creation of renowned special effects artists, the Chiodo brothers, who were most known for creating the puppet creature designs for the movie Critters. So with the Chiodo brothers specializing in creature effects, it's no secret that the true highlight of the film are the killer clowns themselves, with each having a distinct grotesque look. And the film very much feels right at home in other movies like Gremlins and Critters, with a clown stuffing people into a giant cotton candy bag being as weirdly whimsical as it is horrific. Killer Klowns wears its practical prop budget right on its sleeve, with an inventiveness that makes a jokey creature design legitimately memorable. On paper, this movie might seem like pure camp, but it stylely pokes fun at genre conventions, with it essentially being an affectionate spoof of 1950s alien invasion B-movies, like The Blob, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and The Day the Earth Stood Still. The opening crash-landing comet and small-town setting are straight out of 50s sci-fi, except of course in this case, the invaders happen to be clowns, whose antics themselves are a meta-satire on carnival culture, complete with lethal pies, balloon animal labs, and psychedelic circus soundtracks. The film never tries to be profound, it's a horror comedy through and through, alternating cheap laughs with cartoon blood. And since its release in 1988, Killer Klowns has thrived as a cult classic, as although it wasn't successful when it came out, it has now cemented its status alongside other beloved B-movie oddities as a cult favorite of the 1980s. Its wild imagination and quotable cheese make it stand out amongst the run-of-the-mill horror movies of both the time and also today. And there have been several false promises over the years of a potential sequel, but a few years ago there was a actual Killer Klowns video game, in addition to the Killer Klowns themselves just being culturally relevant, with them even getting an attraction at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So Killer Klowns is very much alive in the pop culture, even though we have yet to have a proper sequel or reboot. Overall, Killer Klowns from Outer Space remains as a peculiar piece of 80s horror cinema. It didn't exactly reinvent the wheel as much as it took that wheel and painted it like a circus ball. Ultimately, it's definitely worth watching today, especially if you're someone who enjoys campy throwback horror movies or just has a morbid sense of humor. Killer Klowns is a goofy cult classic with an infectious comic spirit that makes it stand out amongst other cult horror movies of the time and movies today. Thanks for watching this review. Be sure to subscribe for more videos, and until next time, be sure to consume as much entertainment as humanly possible, and I'll see you in the next video.